few here, a few of you I don't know. What does one say when so much has already been said about Ian? It's very, very difficult to put, words that can describe you even more than what people have said. So maybe what I'd like to do now is just share a small little story with all of you. We all know when we talk or when we say Ian, one word that comes to all of us is the word positive. And that has impacted all our lives in such a huge manner. There's something that I'd like to tell all of you, and I don't think I shared this even with Kavita earlier. It was, I came to the Pep Talk course 2 years back, thanks to Kavita, and I think Ian would vouch for the fact I have been a reasonably good speaker. Okay, so as always, knotted up before the test, we said okay, we all came for the test, and typical of most of us Indians, irrespective of age, an exam is an exam. When you're 5 years old when you write an exam, and when you're 50 years old when you do an exam, you need to top, you need to do extremely well. It doesn't change. It doesn't matter even if it's a talking exam, and it's a liberation for you, and those marks may not impact your future in any way except the fact that you have become so good at something which you were not so good at before. So in that frame, and that was the atmosphere in the room the day I did my exam. I finished the first round, I came up for my second round, Ian gave me a topic, with great gusto I started, and I completely blanked out. I just couldn't carry on. Kavita was sitting there saying, say something, you're so good, say something. I just blanked, I couldn't say a thing. I was just looking at Ian's face, very solemnly nodding at me, and no words came to my mouth. I just excused myself, said sorry, went back to my seat. We finished all the rounds. Ian didn't say anything, he said, yeah, exam does get to even the best of us. We finished all the rounds, and I know there were people there who were really, for them, doing very well in that exam really mattered to them. Those marks really, really mattered to them. The rounds were all over, the group discussion done, and suddenly there was, a group of people saying, I think we should give Sandhya another chance to talk. And that was I was completely shocked because I really didn't expect it. I said, look, it's not fair. But all of them unanimously told me that, rather requested Ian, that I should be given another chance to talk. If this doesn't exemplify positivity, I don't know what else would. And believe me, I came in here, I spoke, and the day the results came in, I just got a message from Ian saying, these are your marks, you topped the batch. I owe that entire thing just to my batchmates. And I'm sure each one of us, there are a couple of people who called me just wanting to know what my marks were. And once they knew that I had done better than them, they actually didn't keep in touch with me. They just stopped. It hurt them somewhere, and I did call them up and ask them about it. Till then they always were in touch with me. But at that moment, at that time of the exam, knowing well that I am a reasonably good speaker, they still gave me that second chance. And that really exemplifies the kind of positiveness that you actually make people think, make people believe in, that there is far more to life than what we all, keep ourselves chained to. There's so much more to it. And I so agree with Ian when he says, we put so much of focus on our marks and academically how we perform, when there's so much more for us to go out and succeed. So much so today that my little children, there's a favorite topic they all know, I talk about my children in terms of positivity. And my little daughter always had a problem of chewing nails, and I used to keep shouting at her because it used to really irritate me. So one of the pep talk classes, Ian made a very simple this thing of saying, you can't keep shouting at children and expect them to actually keep listening to what you're saying. So let's try something new. So I said something as simple as biting nails really doesn't matter. So then I kept quiet, and one day I asked her, instead of biting your nails, wouldn't you like to grow nails so you can put nail polish like Amma does? Today when I shout at her, she tells me, Amma, remember Ian Uncle's words about the nail polish? She thinks you said that, but she knows very well that it's because of you that I actually stopped shouting at her, and today she doesn't bite her nails, and hopefully she's only 7 years old. When she reaches a older age, she'll definitely have nail polish on her fingers. So much so that my children talk about you. Ian, thanks for being the wind beneath all our wings, and God bless you with happier, healthier years, touching the lives of millions more people. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.